I think they're both pretty good. It's just, do they get enough traction to survive? That's the thing in the SaaS world.
Yeah. So with Meat Hour, I never could figure out how to get it to stream to the YouTube channel.
Oh, really?
Uh,
Okay.
so maybe I could have asked more people for help, but I didn't. I just kept pushing the button that said live stream or streaming, hoping that would
Seems like
help.
that should work. You know, seems to me, but what do I
Yeah.
know?
Oh, that was all I did. Um, I'm trying to see now if if it's going to the channel and hey, there's Elle. Hey Elle.
Hey.
Well,
I was telling Thomas that I'm trying out meeting to see if it's a little better than Meat Hour.
Well, I certainly hope so.
Well,
there's Joe.
hey Joe.
I've actually thought I was on. I just my image wasn't showing. I was on before the recording started.
Oh,
You have to unmute yourself, it seems, to be able to
yeah.
be
I
in
did
there.
push a I pushed a button that said hide muted people. I guess
Oh,
maybe I shouldn't push that. Okay, switch accounts. I'm
that's
on
if
the
you want to
virtual
punish somebody.
cemeteers.
They're talking, you mute them and hide them.
Yep.
So you're giving meeting a test, huh?
Yep. It's working. It says it's live. So I
Well,
did
There
it,
you
that's
go.
Thomas, on the first try.
There you
Hey,
go.
Donna Kay.
Well,
hey.
Okay. So I was telling Thomas that I was having trouble using the live stream feature and Meet Hour, and I just kept pushing the live stream button like it was going to work. And it said psych every time. But in meeting, my first time pushing it, it's working. So nice. I'm really excited about that because I love things that work on the first try. It
yeah,
means I have to put no effort into it.
because there's so few. Seems like.
Okay. Um, so there's this button here that says widget, and I have this scale with strategy 2026, and I'm gonna see if it works. Uh, so no, that doesn't work. But there's another button here that says share screen, so I'm going to push that button. So I thought it was cool that it would let me upload um, my slides and and save it like you do in OneStream. I know how much each of you love OneStream, but I thought that was a cool feature. But so far, that does not work. Oh,
Huh. When I tried beating it, it seemed to work for me. So, because that's one of the first things I tried.
ah.
So,
I probably didn't do it right. It said upload, and I dragged a file in of slides, and it said it took it. So I was like, yeah. And I
well,
didn't see anything else after that. And I just
that's the
tried it
work.
again
Oh.
just now.
Hmm.
But
I
oh well.
sometimes will, when I'm trying out things, I'll be, I got like 4 computers in this room here. So I'll be, I'll set up a test with myself and be running from computer to computer to see how it looks and things like that and what's working. And so it's just kind of, yeah. And so it
Nice.
can be quite the fire drill, running around.
I,
There
I
we
just
go.
let Philip do all that now.
Yeah, there you go.
Is Erica just frozen there, or is it
Looks
my?
like
It's
she's
just
frozen.
working.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
Is she frozen? Are we? I don't know.
She
She's
was
frozen.
frozen.
She's buffering.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Usually I'm the one that's buffering, and then I think y'all buffering.
Mhm.
Now we lost her sound.
Sound, you have to unmute yourself.
Push some
Gotta
more
mute her.
buttons, Erica. We don't hear you.
Just press your mic button and see.
You lost your audio.
I love everybody pressing their ears up so she can visualize and hear her.
We
How's the
can
key?
hear you.
That's the key. I hear that voice.
I guess we have to put a message. Well, how do you do a message? I don't
I
know.
think
I
she's
see a
saying,
chat.
Erica, shake your head if you know that we can't hear you. She knows that.
Oh, okay. She knows.
Okay.
But
Well,
you're
I guess
still-
I don't like this one either.
But you're still talking, like we can hear you. Her lips are moving. Use the chat if you want to say something, Erica. Type in the chat.
Sign language.
Right. Right.
Yeah, hey, sign language is amazing.
It is.
Yo, this is the craziest interchange right here.
This is Yen again. Oh my god.
Elle, you will focus on that interchange right there. Don't want to see anything I don't want to see.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm good. It's crazy. There's three, like when you come onto this intersection, there's 3 lanes that one is with the lane you're in, I guess, and then there's the lane of people trying to get in the lane that you're in. That's stupid. Okay, while Eric is doing that, you guys, let me tell y'all what happened to me. So over the last sorry, over the so that I what's the program? Oh, Client Joy. So Client Joy just stopped working. It was just so crazy. And remember, I said I don't know if it was we outgrew it, they broke it, or we broke it. One of those things happened. No blame, no nothing. But it was not. It was necessary for us to upgrade. So I hired a guy who does go high level. And so he set us all up and all the things that like I've been wanting to do and not really having enough time or hands or probably skill really to be able to pull off, we actually are able to do now. So within the next, I say next 30 days. So between now and the middle of next month, we'll launch our blog that's going to be hosted on our own website. We're going to have our so our newsletter is actually going to be a whole magazine because of course I got to be extra. And then we'll have the podcast actually will be um going live. And so I finally agreed to the to the way. So like so when we launch the podcast, it won't be where like you can go and like watch the whole podcast at one place. So you'll get to the podcast will be kind of like a news magazine for like a I don't know if y'all remember Extra Extra from ETV News or E whatever, ETV, whatever it was. But basically it's like a digital video magazine, right? And it tells you all the things that's in the like in the current issue. But for the part that you want to see, you have to go to a different part of either our website or platform to be able to see it. I cannot wait for that. That's going to be so hot. I am so excited.
Good for you.
Oh yeah. So I've been like, oh my gosh. I don't think the last time that I worked this hard on one thing, which I guess it sounds like a bunch of things, but it's just, and then there's a whole PR part of it, right? And then, oh my gosh. And so I met this other lady, y'all. She runs a company called Evoke Uproar. And then like so
What? Say it again.
she used
The
to be
name
part of Graveless Inc. Like her and her husband got a divorce. So Graveless Inc. She's not so, but they used to produce like the Grammys and the Emmys and all this kind of stuff. And she uh is going to collaborate with us. So she's going to, so I'll get to do more speaking engagements. So I got a speaking engagement in Italy in July.
you.
You guys,
Wow.
oh my God. Yeah. We're going to be in Italy for like, I don't know, 20 days or something crazy like that. And then, so we got that. And then I got a speaking engagement in Vegas. And so that Vegas is supposed to be between now and the end of the year. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Isn't that crazy?
Las Vegas, where are you going to be? That's where I used to live.
Which part?
I have no idea. I don't know. I just know we're going to Vegas. Because we're gonna it's like I'll get all the details today, like of all the different things that are already set in place. So
Mhm.
she was like, "You wanna go this and that?" I was like, yeah. Oh, and my gosh, you guys, you know how everybody's always fussing at us, right? For only treating football players and stuff. Oh, I missed my turn. Anyway, I'm running my mouth. So, uh, always fussing at us for only treating football players, and I'm like, that's not true. We treat everybody. Well, so last week we officially are collaborating with the NFLPA of South Carolina. So yes, that's football. But we got a new client. This
Sue.
oh hey, there she go.
Oh, y'all can hear me now.
Yes.
Yes.
Hooray. So many buttons have been pushed.
That was
So my
happening
last
all
thing
day.
is that we got a new client, and he's with the NBA or associated with the NBA, and so we're going to be doing some NBA stuff coming up here very soon.
Hooray.
Yeah,
Congrats.
so far.
Congratulations on going to the Super Bowl. I do remember that was one of the things you said you wanted to do.
Yeah,
And then she's going to Italy too.
yeah.
You still giving
So-
discounts to the winning team?
I
Something like that?
don't know. I have no idea how that's going to work because we won't know until January who's winning. So
You
I
could
think
probably
that
ask
we're.
Pat and Chad will tell you.
I know, right? I was thinking about that. I literally was thinking about that this morning because I kept thinking I was like they probably already know.
Chad
But
told
you
me
know
last year or this
what?
year. Chad told me this year that Eagles was going to win.
So did they?
Yeah, I can't tell you who they played, but I know they won.
Well, this year it's going to be in oh well next year I guess it's going to be in Vegas or no wherever the 49ers play, the Raiders stadium. So
Joe helps
I
that.
think
Yes.
we're going to be going. I think that the thing is that we're not going to be going for a team specifically. We're going to be going as guests of the actual Super Bowl people.
That's cool.
That's a great wins report.
Thanks. I'm excited.
Can you
I
guys
feel like
see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
oh yeah, finally that looks pretty, Erica.
thank you. This is me. And yes, it was an AppSumo deal a long time ago. So today,
At least something still works from there.
yeah. It's not just Hey Summit around here. I've got other old AppSumo tools. Okay. So today we're talking about scale with strategy. So reverse engineer your 2026 event calendar from your business goals. Have you guys already started planning your next year?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's nice. I love to do it in October because my new year is in November, but I know a good many people like to start their new year in January. So I like to hit the ground running, and I hope that you guys do too. So
Yeah, our new year is
why
in April.
why when your birthday is in June?
My birthday's in July.
I was so close. I
Yeah,
know it's at the very end, like the 30th.
29th. Yep, very close. Yeah, it's the 29th. But no, we I decided that it would be April because for sports, the cycle, right? Like if you
Oh,
think
okay.
about it, the sports cycle technically ends. Everything ends and begins with the Super Bowl for the most part. So, March Madness and all that stuff is over in January. I mean in March. So obviously. So I decided that April 1st would be a great time to start the new year and open up contracts for new players or new collaborators, I guess.
Okay.
That's why.
Let's see. You guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but Elle doesn't really use a 365 calendar. She does her planning every 30 days, or is it every 90 days?
Every 90 days with 30-day benchmarks.
So I feel like that's a lot of work, but it's working for her. Do you guys do that also, or do you guys fill out your whole calendar?
I tried a little bit of both, and
I'm
I
being
need to,
nosy.
I need to stop having commitment issues.
I do a quarterly. Usually do a quarterly organization.
Oh, okay.
I mean, 90 days turns out to be quarterly. It just doesn't, my quarterly doesn't just necessarily coordinate with. So we do the same thing.
Yeah.
I just we everything for me just moves so quickly. I find like if I start talking about okay, we're gonna do this in a year, by the time the year the quarter's over, we've done it already. Like we were saying, like by next year we want to have like start collaborating with the NFLPA of South Carolina. Well, that happened. Then right now we're talking to DC and Charlotte. So it's just okay, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. So it just made sense to just keep it closer to the breast. And then what is his name? Uh there's a guy, he does the 90-day year.
Yeah.
And I can't remember him, but that's where I got
Todd
that idea
Herman or
from.
something like that.
Yeah, Todd Herman. Yep, exactly. And so that was how I mean, I just started using his formula because it just made so much sense. And like, he's so super smart. And I don't really like follow people like that. But I took his little course and it worked for me. So,
Nice. I like it when you pay for something and you get what you paid for, and it turned out that it worked how the person said it would.
yeah, me too.
Okay. Why strategy first? Business goals must be the starting point for every event. I do believe that. They give purpose and measurable outcomes. A goal-led calendar prevents uh, activity that doesn't move the needle. You guys also believe that? Is that true? Is that a true statement? Because I do like to think everything should start with an event.
I
You can say
believe that.
no if you don't
Say
agree.
what?
I was asking if you guys agree with this strategy first because I do believe that everything should start with an event.
I do believe that strategy is. I do believe that is very viable.
Yeah, but
Okay.
doesn't everything have to start with an event?
A lot of people just roll on to something and think it's going to happen. You don't know how frustrated I am when people tell me they want to do stuff, but they don't want to make the plan and have the event for it.
I
And I
think
meet a lot of people like that, but they tell me they just want to drive. They don't want to know how the car is made. They don't want to know how the car works. They just want to drive. And I'm thinking, how are we going to get the car if we don't have the parts?
I think because sometimes maybe when you say goal led, you know, people tend to want to be static with that, and they don't understand that goals are flexible. Like if you're going like even as I was saying, like within that 90-day calendar, like you have this thing in mind, but there might be need to be some flexibility within that in order for it to happen. That's why people don't want to know, because they feel like, okay, if I set that goal, if I do this thing, if it's driven this particular way, you understand what I'm saying? Like if this is what I have to do, then in their mind, it puts too much. It's like it's too much. But why is it too much? Because it literally you have to have a destination when you're driving, and you got to know something about the car, because if you're driving and stuff goes wrong as you're with the car as you're going there, then what do?
I mean, you gotta have some basic information, right? About the car. You gotta know whether it takes gas or electric.
Exactly.
You gotta know, has it been maintenance recently? All those kind of things. Because if you don't, how are you supposed to achieve your goal if you don't have the wherewithal to be able to do so?
Exactly.
Yeah.
In my world and in my edge of marketing, in my world of lead generation, I say the same thing. You got to start with your strategy first. And in my world, the way I look at it is, if you don't understand your strategy and own your strategy, and you just hand that off to whoever's doing the work for you, then that's the reason why you keep going from one marketing expert to another marketing agency to another. It's because you don't own the strategy. I think that's the most important thing in whatever you're doing from a business, is you've got to start by having a strategy, and the strategy starts with setting your goals and breaking them down into objectives that are, time-based, smart, whatever you want to call it. So I agree. You really got to understand you got to understand the car you're driving.
Yeah. I when I'm telling you, I've met these people who just want the car to work. So they're always shocked and surprised when they find out they get robbed. Like someone asked me about setting up a YouTube channel, and they got somebody to set up all this other stuff for them. In my personal opinion, has nothing to do with the YouTube channel. Like they needed a limited liability or a nonprofit before they get their YouTube channel, for their YouTube channel to work. And I'm thinking that's crazy. But all they know now is that the car is running, and they're very happy. So yeah. Well, okay.
For now, they're happy for now. That's the thing. They
yeah.
just have, it's a temporary, it's a false sense of happy,
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. The risk of randomness, sporadic events without a plan often produces inconsistent results and wasted efforts. I don't really consider any event that's recorded wasted efforts, because you can just put that back out there as many times as you need to, promote it as many times as you need to. If you need to play clips to it and have a live portion to it, I say do that, but I'm not going to say an event is a wasted thing. But yeah,
alignment
you got
to
to know
the
what you want
goal
from
is
it.
Alignment to the goal is what you really are striving for. And if you don't have alignment to the goal, the good thing is that if you have an event, you can eventually align something through to it if you do it randomly. But by having your strategy set first, you're setting goals. If you're setting goals, you're supposed to be going from where you are now toward your goal, and you should be reverse engineering toward it. So randomness takes you away from that. However, if you are cognizant of the fact that you have a goal and you're trying to achieve certain objectives, you can always pull those random activities back into the fold.
Yeah.
So let me ask this real quick, Erica. What if the event is the thing what if the strategy wasn't there, but they were really good with just putting on an event? I think the randomness shows up when, like you said, if you don't have that strategy first, the randomness shows up when you can't do the follow through because you have a good event that's a high moment, but you had no strategy moving forward after that event because you never planned. You only planned for an event in the first place, so then you don't know how to take that event and make it produce for you.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
I've seen that before too. Yeah.
Okay.
Guess like Elle says, what's the point of having a car if you don't know where you're going?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. The benefit of strategy: a strategic event sequence builds momentum, amplifies launch, and accelerates growth. Yeah. Like I said, you can put out that one event throughout the year in many different forms that keep that going. So our question is, when you look at your 2026 goals, which single goal should anchor your event calendar first? Last Friday, Doc Williams talked about a signature event. Have you guys thought any more about having a signature event for yourselves?
Yes.
Oh, tell me more, Donna Kay, please.
Because, like I said to you all, that the signature in-person event is like where it's not live stream, but I did figure out that there's portions and that I could live stream, but then like I said, following it up shortly after with a virtual event to kind of let a bigger world in. So I want to be really, really intentional that if this happens in March, then in April, before anything else, that I'm having something that virtually can pull another audience and then use that to then foster everything that's in my strategic plan for the year.
Okay. So will you have the live event first and then virtual, or will you have virtual leading up to the
because
live?
of how it's set up now, like in retrospect, listening to everything, the virtual event should have been first, but because in shifting other minds with what I'm doing, it probably may end up being the live event. But then again, it's their 20th, so I am trying to come to the table with like a recap event of the 20 years and then going to the live event to feed that and then go back to a virtual event. But I know that I can sell the virtual event after, if that makes sense. But I really, in stepping in and taking over, I am, because my situation is a little bit different, guys. So I'm going to strive to do that. But I can firmly say that I know that I'm going to do a virtual event after.
Can you guys hear Maya standing beside me yelling?
Yes.
A little bit.
Okay. She's very upset with me and wants me to get up. But I like those ideas, Donna Kay. What do you want, Maya? She's eating. Okay. Pushing buttons. Oh, Joe, did you have a signature event?
No.
Oh. Will you consider having one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Donna Kay was talking, and after you mentioned it, I haven't given thought to it, but it is something. I have a signature course, so I could have a signature event to push the signature course. But I'm not in a position really because I'm kind of like a new business again, starting all over. That's 3 months old. I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Who can I challenge him like I was challenged?
Go ahead.
So, Joe.
Yes.
I'm stepping into something pretty much in just a few months also that I'm taking over, right? Mm-hmm. Mine is in the nonprofit space. But in shifting mindsets, it's really, really hard. But if you weren't able to listen last week, you need to listen to Doc. He breaks it down exactly how to do that and how to lead up. So maybe there's some smaller things that you could do, but you already have your course. If you have your course, you have a signature event that you can really build.
No, I have, but what it's supported by is a platform that doesn't exist yet. So I'm kind of like trying to put the base. Basically, what I'm putting together is a membership program that entails that under its umbrella. The membership program is really a membership academy, but the membership academy also supports me doing work for people as my agency that I've always had. It also entails doing, done with you consulting and things of that nature.
Mhm.
And right now I'm in the process of trying to build that site up. I'm not quite ready to promote it, although I'm starting to promote it, but I'm making the connections to be able to promote it. So I guess the mindset is, yes, I will be having a signature event. Will it be for my course? Yeah, my signature event will always be around my course. So I'm getting ready to do another event instead to promote the fact that I've got my membership program up and live. So I didn't mean to step on your toe. If I was stepping on you, I couldn't quite hear for a second.
Oh, no. I just wanted to, because I said some similar things in a different way, and Doc challenged because he was talking about, even though you have that signature event, if you haven't listened to it, go back and listen to it, because he's talking about the things you just mentioned. One of them, the lead ups can be considered. It may not be a signature, but it's a lead up to something that you actively have goals for, I guess, is what I'd say.
Right. No, that's why I was thinking about it. I just haven't wrapped my head all the way around. That's one more expansion on what I've got to do that I hadn't really sat still long enough to give it a lot of thought. So I need to.
Gotcha.
It wasn't laid out that particular thing wasn't quite laid out in my plan, which is actually time to reevaluate my strategy right now anyway. So that's now a new thought to go into it. Thank you all. There's always something else that's being added to it.
Is Zakia and Thomas still here? I can't see people until they start talking.
I'm here. I just have my microphone muted, and I don't have my camera on, so that's why I'm not there. But I'm here and I'm listening.
Okay. I wanted to ask, are you going to have your soap conference again? And if so, when is it? And is the soap conference your signature event?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
When
is it?
I don't have a date yet. I got to see what happens in January.
Okay. Joe said he wants to build a platform. Why? Why, Joe?
Once. It's built.
Oh.
Because I do so many different things that were disconnected.
Oh.
And when you're a coach, well, not a coach, when you are a course creator, the world of course creation is not where it used to be, obviously, with AI these days. So you have to be able to inject yourself into your academy, if you will. You need to have an academy platform as opposed to just putting out courses, because you're competing against people putting out AI courses, and you got to have an element of humanity built into the course, and you have to have a human element, handling it. So my platform is now it holds my community. It's where all my events are going to be, so as a true platform, it's a way for other people to think of it as a platform, but it's actually it's actually a connection of all my different platforms that I've always had, and so you can go to one place and figure out how to get the courses, how to hear the podcast and the lessons that are going to be tied to the the must course lessons and things of that nature. So I hope that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. If you wouldn't have built it, I would have recommended Hey Summit.
Oh, it's because it's a library. I mean, I've got a library of courses, a library of different things that's into it. I just haven't gotten to the point of promoting it all. But I'm a course builder, so I mean, I'm a website builder. At heart, that's how I started everything. So it gives people at least an opportunity to see what's going on, and helps me to be able to use it for the landing pages that everything launches from. And the platform I'm using is Go High Level. So I'm actually using it to launch my webinars through there. And so, all the landing page, all the money, all that stuff goes right back into Go High Level. So it's all in a controlled environment. So that's why I use what I do. I like all in one, so I don't have to have a million different products anymore, a million different platforms.
I just assumed you already had it. That's why I was going to say I would recommend it. But for Zakia, I know she has it, so I'm definitely going to tell her.
Elle's mouth was moving, but no sound was coming out.
No, you can't hear me
Elle, you have
anymore.
to do this.
So you can't hear me, or you can? No, you guys can't hear me.
I can hear
I
you.
can hear you.
Oh, hooray! Okay. So
Just can't hear Elle.
oh,
That's what happened to Thomas too. See if Thomas is back, Erica,
he said he
because
was gonna log out and log back
the
in.
reboot. He said he had to reboot. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see him at the door.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, reverse engineer your calendar. Start with the big picture, business milestones. Work backwards to place launches, seasonal cycles, and key promotions. I heard a lot of you say that you guys are going to do calendars. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, quarterly calendars.
Mhm.
Quarterly calendars. Is that right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I thought about that as well, but I talked to Chat and I asked Chat for a yearly theme. Like, let's say I'm going to have a word of the year. Like my word for the year this year was momentum, so I can keep moving forward. And but I want to have like quarterly themes and monthly themes to go with that quarter, that go with that year. And I want to have all of that written out. So right now until the end of December, me and Chat has talked about the theme and what's going on in those quarters, what's going on in that month. And I give all of that to Visme, and Visme gives me these slides.
Mm.
Because if I wait to the last minute, and I still kind of do, I just went over these slides last night and then gave you guys like a invite to today. So yeah, but I like having it done ahead of time just so I can, like, just in case not want to do anything, it'll be already done. You guys have a setup like that? Like, are you working with Chat or Gemini, Claude, Perplexity, Minstrel,
Yep.
like that?
Mostly only with Copilot and a little bit with Gemini.
Okay, nice.
I'm working with Chat, Perplexity, Claude is my primary, and Chat has been now. And those three are the ones I live in. And
Can y'all hear
Zakia
me
helped
now?
me with my prompting, helped me
Yes.
reorganize it, and I really like how I'm doing things now. Thank you, Zakia.
What did
Can
Zakia
y'all
say?
hear
I
me
can't
now?
see it. I can hear you, Elle.
Oh, good.
What did Zakia say?
Zakia says amazing things.
Oh, Zakia, I hope you don't mind, but I gotta tell this. Zakia made an AI app, and it is nice. It is so nice. It is so well thought out and very robust. And she just asked, I think it was Chat, to make this for her, and he did. But it looks very nice on her site. Yeah, I just had to tell people that. Oh,
I was going to
That's just-
say when Joe was talking about go high level, yeah, go high level is crazy. It's very scary in a way, though. Let me tell you. What I am worried about is that it's going to malfunction.
well, don't jinx
And
it.
what are we going to do? Because if everything is in there, like your website, your Legion, your
Courses.
so our everything is going to be in there.
You can always use Hey Summit.
No, Erica.
Yeah, it works like that. It really does.
Yeah, but but if you use Hey Summit, then you have to use several other things to make all the things that we're talking about being able to do and go high level.
I'm not
You
sure
got to
about
patch them
that.
together.
Because all the stuff Joe said he wanted, I already got it.
Not at the level and the quality that go high level is going to provide.
Yeah, I don't want to go down that list with you, Erica, because there's a so gigantic a list. Remember, I'm an all-in-one. I've been an all-in-one user for about 8 years now. And first of all, Elle, just to help you feel a little bit more confident, all of the AI, I mean, all the all-in-one platforms that I've used, None of them have knocked. Well, I'm not going to say that. Knock on wood. I've had great luck with all of them. Dang it! I
It
started
kind
to
of
say
sound like
something.
glass or metal.
What's that?
I said, was that glass or metal?
No, it's a
Sound like wood.
wooden thing next to me. But the point is that there's just, I've always looked at how many tools are you getting and how good are the tools and what are people saying about the tools. And I've, watched over having this all in one for such a long time so that I could make the decision because it wasn't going down. It wasn't having issues. It is cumbersome to learn, but
Yes.
it saves you from having to go turn and go find this and go find that. Although I still like to have backups just in case. So I like to know what they are. And it looks like Tom is back. Thomas is back on the chat
Hooray!
anyway.
Hooray. Okay, start with milestones. Identify your non-negotiable dates, product launch, physical deadlines, and major campaigns. Do you guys do that quarterly also? Because I haven't done that.
No, I don't do my campaigns quarterly. Like we decide, like, okay. So how can I put that? All of ours is based on sports, right? So right for this brand, so everything kind of like cycles around the sports calendar. But I was gonna say that I was trying to say when I didn't have any sound was that our signature. So we don't. I don't know. I'm sure we'll do an event like once a year, but I think it's going to start with next year, where we're because so this what the reason why everything's launching like right now, and I waited and I held everything up is because next year is our 5th year anniversary. So we're gonna
Ooh.
start in the next like few weeks, like start like pre-ramping that up, right? So that all next year, like every month next year, if I can stand it, right? We'll have an event every every month, like something pretty great. So right now the highlights are the and like when we go to Vegas, like I think Vegas is gonna be like the official like jump start of next year, like all the events that we're gonna have. I think that's how it'll be set up because I already did an event in Washington State, and that was the first one that I did with Evoke Uproar, and that's kind of like how all this just turned into what it is right now.
Very
So
nice.
yeah, so as far as um like individual campaigns, I feel like a campaign has to run a life cycle. I mean, you can't have a campaign that's like 3 weeks. Like that doesn't work. You have to have a campaign for it to grow legs and for it to kind of really run its course. I think that's one of those things that you can set and forget, because you need to let that campaign like run its life cycle. I mean, I know I said that twice, but what I mean is like, mm, when you come up with an idea for a campaign is for a specific purpose. But a lot of times once you start, there's a lot of changes that have to happen because the way that you thought that people were going to respond, they don't respond. And then you have to kind of like tweak it and tweak it and tweak it until you figure out that you get the result that you're looking for, or either have or set up a whole nother bucket, right, for the people who are coming through that particular campaign, if it's good, if it's viable for your brand. So just because we did that, right? So when we were looking for local athletes to work with, we were looking for the pro teams. Well, then, but what happened was all the athletes that were in the process of becoming pro started showing up. And so we had to pivot. So not only did we start taking like students, we ended up taking high school students as well, because I had no idea that Georgia had a high school that was just um, for football. Like it's a high school football.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no idea.
Wait till you go to Texas. Like D1 high schools.
They
Crazy.
have what?
Like D1 high schools in Texas.
Really?
Yeah, it's really crazy in Texas. Yes. I thought I told you
Wow.
that a long time ago. You got to check out Texas. It is.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy.
They have high school football fields and programs that rival top colleges.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay.
They babies gonna make it pro. That's how they think.
Well, hey, everything's bigger in Texas, I guess. But yeah, yeah. All right, I'll look into it. But it's just the all the little injuries that these people are getting, and I'm like, these are grown people injuries, but people's babies are getting these injuries, and I'm just like, I mean, yeah, you shouldn't be in middle school with an ACL tear.
Middle school. That's sad.
Very.
Okay,
That's just soccer and girls soccer.
did anybody else have dates for their product launches or deadlines or major campaigns set up already?
Flexible deadlines.
Yeah.
Flexible deadlines is something I have to work with.
I understand. Like if I don't have stuff set up ahead of time and it comes the day to do it, I don't feel like doing it and it won't get done.
Yeah.
Oh. Donna Kay, Zakia Thomas. What are your non-negotiables? Do you have dates for your product launches? Do you have major campaigns already in mind? Are you already starting to work on them and put them into your schedule or something like that?
I have like a really robust campaign that I'm working on. It's really transforming Live Soap School into a tech-enabled media hub. So
Nice.
on the back end of the website, I'm doing smart tagging so that I'll be able to leverage AI to make recommendations for people. Um, the content calendar is scheduled for the year, and I have a really robust. I think I shared with you all how I'm using Cast Magic to repurpose live streams, and now that has turned into workbooks, courses, 3D downloads. We even have a digital magazine now.
Nice.
To the
Have you I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm nosy. Have you reached out to Cast Magic and told them that you want to partner with them, that you have this program and they need to promote for you?
No. I got to get my training wheels on before I try and drive theirs. It's working for me. My VA is putting out about 3 blog posts. It's me that's still the bottleneck. And that was the whole purpose of me implementing this, was to not be the bottleneck, because she's waiting for me to approve the publishing, but there's some small things that I have to tweak. But I'm really excited about where the work is going and how it's all kind of coming together. Like it's been so sporadic in so many places, but we now have, and I would love for you all to take a look at my website. I did put it in the chat, livesoapschool.com, and just kind of tinker around. Our course catalog is on there. People can't buy them yet, so I haven't turned the stuff on. Natural Soap by Zakia has now been folded under Live Soap School, so I'm not paying for a separate website. I was using Shopify. Now everything is completely WordPress, which I know Go High Level is the winner, but for what we're trying to build, I needed it in WordPress. So take a look at the website. It is really, really like all the things that I thought about putting in place are slowly all coming together. The community, we have our Heartbeat community, which then leads them to our Go Brunch space for co-working. Our magazine is all in there. So it's just really like, wait a minute, you think about it, but then to actually see it coming into play is absolutely incredible.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
Oh, you're there. Thanks, Elle.
Yeah.
Jill. Thomas, did you have anything to add to that? Do you have an event calendar already set up? Thomas still here? Oh, well, okay. Uh, Let me push the screen share button again. Share. So the next one is step 2, work backwards. And you'll hear this a lot from Joe, work backwards. Like know what you want for things to happen, and then work your way backwards from that. Map the milestones back to prep phase, content outreach, partnerships, and testing windows. Do you guys know who you want to work with? Do you know who you want to reach out to? Do you know what the content looks like?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Nice. So what is your end goal? Is it to get people to have a subscription to Lux Maverick?
We have different ones for different groups. So for agents and trainers, the goal is for them to have their own. So we have different membership types, so they'll be able to have their own memberships for athletes that are looking for prehab care. That they actually have their own membership, and that people are starting to recognize just in the general public that you can recover from injuries. You don't have to spend the rest of your life in pain just because you were injured.
Okay. So that was the end goal. And what does the beginning prep work look like? When I was at Lux Maverick, I saw your whiteboard. Is that the beginning?
Yes, for me, everything starts with a piece of paper, and then I kind of write it all out and structure it all out on the paper, and then I break it into section segments so that I can
Mhm.
share it with my team, and then I give them like more detailed like segments like you'll see real soon like all the things that you know how we do when we set up the Hey Summit and all that kind of stuff, like what we I mean no the Blad page, you know how we went through everything step by step and
Mhm.
all about so all that that's basically how it'll happen. So um I I don't know, Larry might freak out. He found out we got a Blad page because I ain't telling him. I forgot. But I feel like, for the speaker wrangling part, we already have a process for that. So do we really need to put it all into go high? I don't know. I got to think about that now. I just thought about it. So yeah, but anyway, so just trying to I feel like everything kind of dovetails. My goal for Lux Maverick was that just like the website with Go High Level, with all the parts of Go High Level, I wanted to have everything kind of connected together. Okay, you guys, that's so exciting. With that ring that you heard, that was actually so we got an AI girl. We got an AI phone answer person, and so her name's Miranda. So somebody just called Miranda. So it's like you remember how back in the day if you had an 800 number and you want people to call 8, so they just called Miranda. So Miranda is gonna do a transcript, a recording, and then she'll notify us of whoever it is. And so if the person was referred, the phone's gonna ring again. I'm gonna have to go. But if not, it'll put them in a voicemail thing, and then whoever the uh responder person is, they'll get a message that they need to respond to this person because they identified as a whatever. Right. So that's pretty cool.
No, I implemented something like that. It was a lifetime deal on AppSumo. It was called Thoughtly.
Mhm.
I remember that.
And it's like you can either have it call in or call out. And now I'm training it on everything that's on Live Soap School. So somebody can actually call and get the answers and actually get the link either text message to them or email to them. So it works beautifully and it sounds very human.
Yeah. It's so cool. I never thought I would want anything like that, but our tech dude was like, "You're gonna love it," and so he's like, "Well, if you don't like it, we'll just take it down." And so then it's pretty cool because our phone rings a lot, right? It rings a lot, and it's usually people that have to be qualified before they can even come in, and we don't know until they fill out the form. So it's like it's been trained to answer the majority of the questions people ask. And if it can't answer, it'll say, "All right, we can't answer this right now, but we will have somebody reach back out to you." Our turnaround time is within 72 hours, but usually it's like the same day. I try to not try to make people try not to make people wait. But it's just I'm so thrilled with it because like on Fridays we only open till 12 because we have our team meeting from 12 until whenever. So cool.
Oh. Joe, what is your end and where does it start?
Where's
Is the end your course platform?
yeah, that's where everything it lives. So everything starts there, and everything's going to end there. So my as far as my schedules are concerned, and everything else, everything's built on uh, kind of around this. My schedule is really going to be kind of a monthly schedule that I've planned out 90 days with with podcast episodes in there weekly, but then having courses a couple times a month, or at least live group calls a couple times a month. So starting with the end in mind, each one of the every component that I'm doing kind of is reverse engineered to what do I want it to accomplish at that point. But the greater question, there's so many different elements moving at the same time. I got lost in your question a little bit, I think, but every single thing that I do still kind of functions from that mentality because that's the way I start everything. So I just found too much, and like I said, if you don't reverse everything, then you're going to start going off into all these different rabbit holes. And the kind of people we are in this group, we know about rabbit holes. So I think this group
They're so attractive.
What's that?
Said rabbit holes are so attractive.
Aren't they? So I think we all got to be good at learning how to reverse engineer everything. And Zakia, you helped me go down some rabbit holes that day with just my prompting Zakia, my prompting is so much better in a week. I think it was a week ago we spoke, maybe 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I try to make sure to stay focused. I appreciate it.
I learned how to prompt from Zakia the first time that she talked about prompting. I was like, "Oh, that's what I'm supposed to tell this thing to do," because it wasn't giving me nothing.
It's a funny thing is that
you got to tell it this, huh?
The funny thing is mine had most everything in it. It was just a mess. And I just kept adding to, and holding on to these prompts. And she helped me get it organized and then gave me one or two little things that were missing in mine. And now I just look at my prompt and I'm just like sitting there. I'm so proud of my prompt. When I see these other people's prompts, I'm like, no, mine, I can produce like how to run the world in one prompt. That's how I feel about it now.
Yeah.
Zakia, all this high praise, I gotta tap in.
Zakia is amazing. We all need to make her some kind of t-shirt to say how amazing she is.
Yes, for sure. For sure. She has like a technical creative brain. Like her brain is like just whiz bang, and then she's also like an educator. So she can explain something to you that you're just like, what? And then she's like, no, just I was like, oh my God. I didn't even know that was a thing. So she's great.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
It's true.
Yeah, we're just stating the obvious.
Facts.
Yeah.
The fact. Yeah.
Okay, Zakia, tell us where do you want people to end up and where do you start? is it ending with the community, the live soap school, or is it something else?
I don't know. I don't think there is an end. So
Okay.
when I say a tech-enabled media company, I'm attempting to build the Netflix and Spotify for handmade creators.
Mm.
And so that starts with me showing up, right? Doing the live streams and showing what's possible. But then there's a ton of freebies so that they can get started, that each has their own funnels associated with it. But then the next level is taking courses. Like, okay, yes, this is what I definitely want to do. And after they take the courses, or while they're taking the courses, they're creating content that then feeds the engine of Netflix and Spotify, whether it's a live stream or a podcast.
Mm.
And then they're listing their products in our online store. So it helps with the distribution and the selling of their stuff so that they don't have to set up their own website. And then ultimately, hopefully, having this on Amazon or Hulu, an actual show dedicated to people who make products by hand. And so then we also have
Nice.
the annual conference and sponsorship. So that's the long-term goal. I don't think there's a ending. Um,
Okay.
but I'm building the foundation, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get it.
I see your end date as being the new Etsy. It's going to be the Zakia, from what you
Yeah,
just said.
Yeah.
but it's a
But
Be
whole
awesome.
ecosystem where you get to know the maker that you're buying from. That's
Mhm.
the
I
whole.
like
It's
that.
not just a commerce platform where it's a billion lavender soap. Oh no, I just watched her make that. Let me go and get it and talk to her about what I saw on the show. So it's a two-way
It's a
relationship.
know, like, and trust.
Correct.
Yeah. Can
So
you make
can
that an
you
event like right now? Because I like that idea. Get to know the
Mhm.
maker you're buying from.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
make it a t-shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zakia,
Yeah.
do you make liquid soap or just bar
Yep.
soap?
Liquid and bar.
Okay, because I was like, we can start using your soap in our bathroom in our office. We get all kind of people coming in all the time. I could just buy some.
Okay. That would be great, Elle. You let me know what kind of scent you like.
I like lemon verbena and lemongrass and stuff. I like
Oh,
citrus.
you are a lady after my heart. Citrus is my favorite.
Yes,
Awesome.
I love
Nice.
citrus. So yeah, maybe a little bit of vetiver or something like that to make it a little masculine, but but yeah, just let me. I mean, what? Just send me like a invoice for like a bottle, and then I'll put it. We'll put a little tag on the wall that says made by, and then people can because people always ask us, well, what lotion do you use? I'm like, we use one lotion only, and they're like, you need to make your own. I'm like, I don't know about all that.
Yeah. And all the
Licensing.
thing with what you do, making, having,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
I
the
can
thing
white
about that,
label for you, Elle. Listen, you
ma'am.
don't have to do it. I can white label.
yeah.
Yep. Licensing.
And it's
Okay,
like
well, yeah,
label
okay,
right on.
okay, yeah, that'll be cool. All right, well, that'll be awesome. Because we need a soap and we need a lotion. Like we use a lot of lotion though, so
Do you
that'll be
do
awesome.
massages like massage oils?
No, we don't use massage oil. We literally it's a cream. I'll send you the information. I'll email to you, or go on LinkedIn and send to you. Basically what we use, and the thing is that it's all organic. Like because if you use, I mean, I'm sure you know this, like, but because if for everybody else, if you use something that's not organic, when you use it with electric, it'll make you smell like chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then because that's how I started. Like that was one of the ways that I knew that even though they say, "Oh, this is so clean," I'm like, no, I can't have people leaving my office smelling like chicken. And
That's
then
hilarious.
it's true. And so then that's how I landed on this one brand, and I've been using it probably for 15 years. And so, but yeah, I mean, there's that, and then we need soap for the office, and then we always, oh, what about like corporate gift stuff?
White
Yeah.
label.
Yeah, that'd be awesome because I mean they're athletes. They always need to be they always need a shower. We actually have a shower in our office, right? That we use just in case people come when they I need to do a tour of the like a virtual like a tour so y'all can see the place, but it's a whole bathroom, right? So you could take a shower in there if you came straight from the field. Because we get a lot of, especially trainers, they sell time for dollars, right? So every minute that they're not training, they're not making money. And so, it's just a lot of things. So it's cool. But I wanted that shower.
Okay, let me ask Donna Kate, do you have an end? And if so, what is it and how does it get started?
I don't think in the space that I'm thinking about right now, that there is an end. I think that we have our target audience and what their needs are, but it's replicated across because we're dealing with youth. It replicates in young adults. It does replicate across the parents to stakeholders to um, different like health providers and mental health providers. And so I believe, and also I think the replication, I think doing the model that I want to do for people, replicating that all the way through is going to be key for the
Erica, your
organization,
your your sound is drowning out. Donna K, I can't hear her.
for the growth and the organization of everything. So I don't think that there's an end. I think that it blossoms um, into different audiences and different paths, but it's just really starting with that first part, chapters that schools come to me and want to build. You know what I mean? And being able to, like I said, I'm looking at 20 years of awesome content that has not been utilized at all. And just really, and I know like with AI and virtual, I've got to get on it because that's going to be the way that I can really just succinctly take things that matter without having to reinvent the wheel. But um, I want everything to feed online. Like when people go to this platform, I want them to know that they can go to the place that they need to be. But some of the steps that everybody needs to take look the same, but just how would I say, cater to them, cater to whoever that particular stakeholder is. So, and like I said, starting from here, sometimes I may not sound like I know what I'm talking about, but it's just because it's so much, right? And for me, I guess it's just being able to find out what's going to be the best way to get there. You know what I mean? I know that
Mhm.
there's courses here, there's curriculum, there's the training of the younger ones because the end goal is to get the young people to be able to talk to other young people in their space, and do this. But in order to do this, I have to have all the providers because when we have our live event, we have a care team that's made up of doctors, mental health experts, nurses. You get what I'm saying? Teachers
Yeah.
that we have all of this. Now, how do I take all of this from this live event and replicate it online? Years ago, when I was first with them, before better health and all this stuff was a thing, I really had that thought and idea to get like psychologists per se, right? And have them donate certain amounts of time during. And everybody looked at me like, that's crazy. That can't be done because we weren't there yet with the internet. And that thing just kept on like ruminating in my mind. Then I left and now I come back and look at all the things that we have online. Do you get where I'm coming from? So I don't want to
Yep.
lose that again. But also because of my little ADHD brain, rabbit holes are my thing. So I don't want to go down those rabbit holes, but I do want to create a space and a platform. Kind of like you said, Zakia, TV station, Kristen's TV station approached me, we want to put your content on our station, but I want everything to come back to the org. Does that make sense? So I want everything to be owned here. So there's a lot to dig out. So I'm taking any and all advice from the people in this room that know what they're talking about.
All right.
So
Well, when I talked to Chat said I had an ecosystem. So maybe that's same for you guys. But for me, all roads will end with the Virtual Summiteers peer group. No matter what I do, I want them to say, hey, I'm joining the Virtual Summiteers peer group.
gotcha.
So talk virtual interviews, being in the free Facebook group, finding me online, newsletters, emails, whatever. I want them to end up here with us, talking with us about
So would that
what they
mean
do with
then,
events.
for me, then the end is what I'm saying then, that everybody ends up looking at us as the thought leaders, because that's what I want. You know, I guess as you're saying it, I can see that more succinctly in my mind. I want, no matter which part of the ecosystem who you are, as far as the stakeholders, that the end is you come here when it comes to this. This is where I think of wanting to be. If I want to do a chapter in myself. Okay, got you. Okay, so
Yeah.
I think that makes it better for me. Okay.
All right. Let's see. Entire screen and share. Back to Bisme. So let me go ahead and ask this question. What major milestone or launches are already set in stone for 2026 for you?
I already answered that question.
Well, okay. Well, I'll say Donna Kay told me that she really enjoyed Level Up, and she told me she wanted it in January. I'm not sure about January, but I think, and I talked to Chad about that it could be my signature event. But if I do plan out events for each quarter, I have those too. So I have Level Up already written out. I just need to ask people if they're interested in joining. But I am not sure if October, November, December is enough time, even though it's 3 months. And I know that Elle can get an event done in 4 hours. So
I was about
you
to
guys
say
are laughing,
3
but it's
minutes are
true.
not enough time. That's you crazy. That's not enough time. Second of all, if you already got it written out, what is the hold up? That's my second question. And then my next question is, why do you have to have the other things built out already just to start this first one?
Well, it will be the second one. This will be like part 2 because we did it like maybe 2 years ago or a
I
year ago.
understand that. So my question
Yes,
is,
yes.
what is the problem and why is it necessary to have the third and a fourth one built out or fifth one if you already can just do this one?
Before she answers, I think when you're thinking about Doc, I don't know if y'all were able to watch the presentation from Doc, but I think you're thinking more about those 10 events and all of that type of stuff. Am I right, Erica?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I believe that, remember what he said, in reverse, the 10 events led up to the signature event, right? So I think you're overthinking it, because I know I'm there all the time overthinking something. So what it is that because you already have the model, right? You already have it's all of us actively being involved, helping you, using the skills that you're talking about. That gives people like why they want to join. So like Elle says, you already have it. The 10 events are going to come from that organically. If you
Yeah.
really think about it.
And they don't even have to be the same thing. They don't the event. You got to think about it like this. When we did the virtual summit series, right? We could have done a whole other thing, but then we got distracted because we had so much other stuff that we needed to get done, right? But the truth is that could have been something that could have gone on and on and on and on. So they don't have to always be huge mega things. They can always be like, you got 4 people in the room, and just to create the content to be able to repurpose, right? So the reality is a lot of people don't have a lot of time to invest like like we normally would. But on the other hand, if you just do micro events and then promote them as you would have a macro event, then it's less effort, less resources for more impact.
Yeah. And let's face it, you actually have all of that already, Erica.
You
Because I
do.
think you're thinking that you need new stuff and you don't.
You
No.
know,
When no, all the stuff that I had written out with when we talked to Doc last Friday, these were all events I've already hosted, but just never hosted again.
Exactly.
Finding your target audience, content on max, leveled up, and planning for the year ahead, and they all have dates on them because they've all been ran before. So
And
if I
they're all
wanted to,
candidates, right?
yeah,
You
yeah,
have to
and you
level
can
up.
always have like a stream of consciousness, right? That you're like you recycle them on a regular basis. You know, these are my topics. It's just like when you're a speaker, right? These are my topics. These are, you know, you tweak it for the audience that you're speaking in front of, but you're always talking about your topics. So those are your topics, and you just go on different platforms because you have to remember different platforms is always going to have a different audience, always going to have a whole different group, a different like slant on the situation. So you can take what you do and take it outside of virtual events. You can be like in-person events. You could be like, you know, corporate training. You could, I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can use what you've already created instead of just thinking that it has to live inside of one vein, when you know a vein is part of the whole body, so you can just go everywhere.
yeah.
And yeah,
Oh,
it's so true. Did you attend Level Up at the time that she had it a couple years ago?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you, Donica.
I was just wondering if you had attended Level Up when Erica had
No.
it a couple years ago.
No.
Erica's Hotel Joe about Level Up.
it was for event producers to get more context out of what they do, learn about new platforms, new strategies, funnels, stuff like that.
Got it.
Like how do you help your clients with sales? I think was one of the talks.
But I think you forgot one of the most important parts of what you did.
I got Donna Kay to join the Virtual Summiteers peer group.
And it wasn't that part. It wasn't that. The part is, and am I wrong? Because that's what I got from the event part of it too. Didn't she utilize everybody that was already existing in her Virtual Summiteer peer group to be a part of it and help her in a certain way? So it was collaborative in helping you to, like, even if you were already ahead, like we know that the kid's a tech guru, you know, but she actively used the people in what she wants her end result to be, so they can see themselves in that space, if that makes sense. That's what I got. That was a big thing for me. You know, I mean, amazing speakers, amazing people, period. But that, as a person that says, where do I want to belong, right? She actually showed the people that are in her group in that space, whether they're really good at it or not. That's not the point. The point is, if I'm coming in like I am as a newbie, not knowing all the language, still trying to kind of learn and grasp, I can see myself doing this. And I think that was a really powerful thing.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Hooray. Well, definitely going to do it again next year. It may still be in March, not January, but still going to do it again.
27th through the 29th, please, because then I can't come.
Well, hopefully it'll be at the beginning, because I think March will be the end of the first quarter.
It'll be like March Madness then. So March is
Dang. Maybe I'll move it to February.
and then we're
when's
going to
that
be going
day?
right into the new year for us. So
Yeah,
I'd be like, Happy New Year.
February would be a good time. We can love on ourselves, love our Valentine's business present to ourselves.
And
What's
Erica,
that
if
day?
you do it in January, you can have a lot to kick off. It'll be a kickoff for I know it's not your year, but it's most people's year. And in January, that's when everybody's looking to improve and do things and da 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 da. So it's like a perfect,
We're gonna spend those dollars.
I would say perfect energy moment to step into.
I'll try harder for January then. I do want to do something for November, like a kickoff, since that is my new year. Woohoo! Maybe
10 event
make it.
leads up.
Huh?
A 10 event
Pizza?
leading up to level up.
Oh.
Don't do what?
a tent event leading up to level up.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just go, you don't even have to have a level up meeting. You can have an event that talks about what level up is going to be, and you can do pre-registration for people to sign up for level up.
Yeah, that's a tent event. That's what I was saying. That is, yeah, that's basically the
Yeah.
tent event right there. Mhm.
I mean, because I forgot to tell y'all, my new book is going to be launched. Like, we're going to pre-launch for it. I'm supposed to have the edited version back from the editor is supposed to be sending me back her version of it this weekend. So we shall see.
Nice. Is it about scar tissue?
Yes, it's called Scar Tissue Gone Rogue, the Silent Saboteur right now. That's the name of it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it that. Scar Tissue Gone Rogue is definitely gonna be the main title. I don't know about the other part.
Okay. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So it's like everything's going crazy.
well, we had like 12 slides, but we're running out of time, so everything will be on the Hey Summit platform. And I wanted to share this with you to let you know what was coming up for next Friday, which is the third Friday. Let's see, put that in there. So the third Friday is monetization map of the year ahead. And we're going to identify revenue streams, ticket tiers, replay bundles, sponsorships, assign each event a profit target and supporting offers. And so look out for this graphic here, monetization map for the year, revenue streams, profit targets. So all of that good stuff is for next Friday. Oh, and I think what we were supposed to get out of this event or this session right here for the second Friday, the Scale with Strategy workshop, is we were supposed to map out our calendar that aligns launches, promotions, and seasonal peaks. Get clarity on how each event supports your bigger vision, strategic framework you can reuse year after year. So I think we did kind of talk about an ecosystem for that. And we all kind of talked about what each other was doing and how most of us are using quarterly, doing our things quarterly. So hopefully, I know we didn't get through all of it, but it will be on the Hey Summit site. So if you can't get into Hey Summit, let me know, because you all should have access. And Joe, I need to set up a profile for you on there. Okay. Anybody have anything before we go? Because it's 11:30.
No, it was great seeing you guys. Y'all have a great week.
Yep. Y'all too.
Great seeing
All right.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye, y'all.